Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints, as they take on the third-year man, Mitchell Trubisky, and the NFC North champion, Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we've had a lake-effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league, and guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back again.
Just about set to roll now from snowy Chicago. And off we go from Soldier Field. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Saints getting set to take over, and they will be led out by the all-time leading passer in NFL history. In his 19th year now in the NFL, Drew Brees. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Big penny. 5'9". 58, come on. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
So the big question today is, how will they play in this weather? Because you can recreate moisture, right? You can do wet ball drills, things of that nature. But snow, you cannot create that in practice. You can't prepare for it. You just have to deal with it.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Brees. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man open, it's Wims. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 44-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Yo. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Did you get this, boy?
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Von Bell up to make the tackle. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
You can say a lot of things about the great play of Kiko Alonso, but the number one thing you will say, he will hit you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 2nd down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get ready.
Trubisky will throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Montgomery back to the ground. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Cameron Jordan made the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
180.
Check back 47. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing here, Trubisky, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's probably feeling like he dodged a little bit of a bullet. Threw the interception on the last drive and then the missed field goal, so no points.
Not only did he dodge the bullet, he can go back out there and flourish now. And I'll guarantee this, one of the leaders on the defense came off the field and told him, don't worry about it. You noticed? We got you.
Now Brees finding Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Again has it complete. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 56 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
The ball carrier, Khalil Mack in on the tackle. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Breeze now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Saints.
Breeze now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Defense wins championships, baby.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Harris to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. On the return, Harris.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
At the 32-yard line.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Post it up. 180. Here we go.
From the 38, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Break down. 180. 54 miles. Come on. Come on, D.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. There to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he knocks it through. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brees, and brought in by the tight end Cook. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Brees now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Here's Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
Ready?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, Kamara. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brees. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Brees going to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw, it's Brees. And Thomas has it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Draw play, Washington. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Now Brees. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Brees. This is caught by Gill. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 9-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's got Burton here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Here we go.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Check. Watch 54. They can't hang with us.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen taking it in. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the pass.
Breeze now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon, as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, D, let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On third down, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Montgomery, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustments. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Get up! 180!
Check right 47.
Here I come!
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Play action. It's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready! Yellow lady! Line 59! Hey, they scared! They scared!
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready! 95-56! 95-56! Not today, you are. Not today.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gaining this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running it, Washington. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Open man is Michael Thomas. A gain of 22.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
Mike, ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Hey, pick your game up. Tonight.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards.
Ready. 5'9". Mike, 58, right there. Watch the back,
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Breeze to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Quentin Dix on the
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Will Lutz on for the field goal.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
I'm letting you know.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes out right around the 39. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Demario Davis on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
180! 47! Silver!
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Saints 41-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Mike 54!
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Mike 54!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Montgomery, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Demario Davis. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Trubisky will throw. That is incomplete.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Ready?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Just like that.
To throw, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
And the Saints, first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
He's 59, Mike to 59. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. It's a gain of 10. And the Saints first down.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Brees now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Brees will try again on second down. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brees. And this is going to be incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brees going to go on 4th down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 30 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Now Brees again. Oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. Got a man open. It's Wims. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. He still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
It's a gain of 19, but it's 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow lady. Check, check. No. We go.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Saints.
Ready? Yellow lady. 58. Come on. Watch the out. Ready, check.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Ready? 5'9". Mike 59.
On 1st, here's Washington. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Akeem Hicks getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good. Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over. It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal the field goal. Lutz to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form. And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Draw play, Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry. As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere. Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one. Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? Not one that I've ever met.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
59. Get that quarterback.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Ready? We're waiting. 59. So we got man.
They run it again with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Mike set. 95-56.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up.
Ready. We're waiting.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, it's Murray. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now Trubisky and the Bears down by 4, just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
Hey, man.
Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. He'll be tackled shy on the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Check my 47.
Here's Trubisky. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
Ready? Waiting. 59. Let's go, D.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.